I can't remember what it was.
Probably Team Fortress 2.
It was like a Duke Nukem clone.
Duke Nukem's
like
a funny game. Those guys put some funny things in it.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
that
then
was
you've
the
got
first
the
time
whole
I saw
soundboard.
yeah. What's that?
Then there's the whole soundboard that people took of his
Oh
clips.
right, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here's another comment.
Here's a better one. It's time to kick ass and chew bubblegum. We're all out of gum.
Oh, by the way, I saw
Duke Nukem quote there.
I
for you.
don't know who
Love
made
it.
that up, but I think I do now because I just saw a movie that was recommended to me by Fargoose. He's another player, number 1 COD or number 2. Yeah, 3-man team 5-man team number 1 and 2 in COD 4. By the way, guys, in case you're familiar with that game, that's all out. That's in the freaking world. So beware of my buddies.
Fargo?
Yeah, Fargus. But anyway,
Fargus.
I call him Fargoose. But
Is he playing Warhammer?
Yeah, but he stopped. He's like, it's too much like WoW, whatever. But he recommended this movie to me. It's with Roddy Piper, and if you guys are familiar with him, yeah, WWF back in the day with Bam Bam Bigelow. But anyway, so this guy's in this movie. It's totally cheesy. He runs around killing aliens and shit. But he says, he goes into a bank with a shotgun, and I just saw this today. And he says, and everyone looks at him, and they're all quiet. And he's got a shotgun in his hand. He's like, "There's 2 things I'm out of. Wait, there's 2 things I can do: kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum." I'm like, holy corniness, and people used to love that shit. So that was made in 1988. So I'm wondering now, was this quote made in 1988?
Oh, probably Duke Nukem probably took it from something else.
Yeah, probably from this movie.
No doubt about that.
Called They Live.
Yeah.
They live.
Holy crap.
Oh, interesting.
Well, there was
Cornish.
I'm loving it.
What else?
I loved it.
He said Duke Nukem is like say who wants some. I'm sure that's from something else.
Well, also balls of steel.
I've got balls of steel.
Yeah. That's it.
There's like so many Duke Nukem and kind of those game engine clone games. I remember I played. There's one that's like a ninja thing.
Remember when you were playing Roger Rabbit?
No, I don't remember that.
How about that movie? Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
I think you're trying to frame me.
Yeah.
Oh, hey!
Hey, get out the way!
I know. We had Roger Rabbit or something, and I remember one time somebody got into my room, like another kid. He's like, "What are you doing watching Roger Rabbit?" And he saw Jessica Rabbit on screen weighing out. No, I'm kidding.
You guys remember Wolfenstein?
Oh yeah, Wolfenstein 3D.
Well, that was before Doom.
Yeah,
I know.
Wolfenstein was before Doom.
Way back in the day.
That was crazy.
That was right after
Brick walls. That's all I remember about that game.
Yep.
Tons of brick walls.
Square rooms.
Oh yeah, brick walls, square rooms, ready to rock and roll. Let's kill some Germans.
Yeah, it scared me a little bit.
Scorched Earth.
Scorched Earth.
Whoops.
Square.
Now, why'd you go ahead and say that? Because now we can't build a revamped Flash version because somebody's gonna now beat us to it.
I know.
You assholes.
Sons of Garns.
It's okay.
I played a game that was kind of like Scorched Earth.
Wait, Ben, is this bug or real?
This is
Snood.
real.
Okay.
Snood.
Snood.
Yes.
Snood.
Snood. I've seen Snood. You can buy it like for Game Boy and stuff.
Oh, really?
Or something. I swear I've seen it recently. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, no, I played a game. It was like Scorched Earth, but instead of having the tanks with all the different weapons you could use, it was on my dad's computer at work or something. It was. I've got a beer burp there. It was gorillas on buildings, and you threw bananas. But you did the same thing where you had to do your trajectory, and there was wind, and your power, and you did try and hit them.
That
with
kind of
bananas.
makes me think of the game Rampage.
Yeah, but
Remember that
it
game?
wasn't like Rampage at all, though. But yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
No, I know. It just made me think of that.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
I remember when I as a kid and I saw that in the arcades, I wanted to play so bad,
I know.
but I couldn't because just the times I saw it, we just didn't have time to play or whatever,
Good old Rampage.
Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden, yeah.
Ninja Gaiden
They
was
just came out
good.
with a new one that wasn't for Wii, so I was like, so I was sad.
Well, you have a Wii.
I do, yeah.
Do you like Wii?
I don't play it that much, honestly. But the Ninja Gaiden, because I had those when I had both. Let's see, how many did they come out with? There was Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, I think 3.
On a NES, I think too.
Yeah. I think I had them all up through the Super Nintendo. They had. Then they just came out for one. Like I said, I think it's got to be for either PlayStation or Xbox.
I like Kung Fu,
really?
by the way. I had fun with that game.
Kung Fu.
Oh yeah.
Remember that game? I don't think I liked that game that much.
Yeah.
What was that one you had where you're running through you can run through the air? Shinobi? No, that's not what I'm thinking. Oh well.
There's Ghouls and Goblins. Remember that?
Oh man.
Or what was that? Remember where you were the knight, and then if you got hit, your armor came off, and you're just wearing underwear, and you had a lance. Remember
Is
that?
that on Atari?
No, it was on
Nintendo.
It was like on
Or was it Sega?
Sega. I think it was on Sega.
Sega Genesis. I
Sega
think.
Genesis. But it was also in the arcade.
does.
It was also in the arcade.
Genesis does. You
Yeah.
can't do this on Nintendo.
Oh, yeah, I remember when we were
Genesis
kids, we'd have
does.
fights at school, not fist
Genesis
fights, but
does.
big arguments about what's better, Genesis, Sega,
Oh, I
or
know.
Nintendo.
Dude, that was
I
harder
mean,
than
kids
politics.
carrying the corporate banners at
Yes.
school.
You either
That's
loved
incredible.
one or the other. You
Yeah.
were no in the middle, man. If you
No, there
liked
wa-
both,
Yep.
you were hung. And
You
it
couldn't like
hurts.
both. It wasn't even possible.
No, it wasn't.
You're just a pogue if you like both.
We like
Yep.
Nintendo for some reason.
Oh,
Even though
for
heck
some
yeah.
reason, I like Nintendo.
Nintendo
yeah.
kicked ass.
Zelda, dude. Zelda sold me.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's.
Okay.
I mean, probably because it's the first one I saw too. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's the only reason. It was the first system really.
Hey, and you
Well,
know
not
what?
besides Atari.
We chose wisely. Indiana Jones 4. Okay, we chose wisely because Nintendo exists strongly to this day.
Yep,
Yeah, you're right.
exactly. So
Exactly.
all
We
you
win.
guys who like Genesis,
Yep.
There is no
All
more
you
Sega Genesis.
little bitches who battled with me.
And they went when they tried to come back in what 1998, circa 1999. They came out with what Dreambox? What was that called?
Yeah. The
And that got owned. Quick.
Saturn?
No, this
no,
is
it was white. It was like a white.
yeah. It was called the Dream
Dream-
not Dreamweaver.
Dream.
I know, I knew it.
You know what's really funny? What's really funny is in Vegas, when I was driving down the freeway to the racetrack, there's a Sega building there, and the sign was lit up.
They
Like
still
were-
make something.
Like they were in business.
Don't they still just make games or something only?
What do they do?
They're around.
Yeah,
They're around, but
they
they
don't
got
make
shut
consoles
down.
anymore. It was
Talk
a
about
Sega
downsizing.
Dreamcast is what it was. Dreamcast, yeah. That's crazy because Dreamcast, Neo Geo, which is $100 and something a game.
Oh, fuck
that
Neo
shit?
Geo.
It was
Neo
like
Geo, remember
16-bit.
that?
It boasted like the best graphics
Dude.
or something. But
Yeah.
it's expensive.
Yeah.
They fucking died, and I'm glad.
I know
'cause
the
I couldn't
games were
afford
more
it.
than a
We were
console
too poor.
system, dude.
Yeah, that was
Neo
bullshit.
Geo, holy shit.
Neo Geo, you assholes.
That's right. Yeah.
You guys
Let's make a
deserve
$300
nothing.
console. It was $300, right? Or
Yeah, it
was
was like
300?
it was expensive console,
Back
and each
then.
game was like 2 or 3 times that of any
Oh,
other
yeah.
And
console.
remember in the arcades they would have it was the Neo Geo machine and it had like multiple games on it. On one game you picked which
Yes.
game you
Oh,
wanted to
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Remember that? And it was like supposed to be all badass.
Oh my gosh.
It was badass back
Well, it
then.
was, yeah, but
All right, here we go.
Jeez.
Let's move on because we got a lot more comments.
Jeez,
a lot more love. Okay. All in all, remember this is first impression still. All in all, it's hard for me to judge Darkfall even in the slightest right now. The content is there, it just needs to be enabled, turned on, and switched out of debug mode for me to get a real feel for it. There's a lot of various things I can comment on all day long as well. I've done this type of thing before with various server emulation builds, etc.
Oh,
for
gosh.
previous MMOs before. So having this little content activated turned right now is nothing new to me. I want to help make Darkfall a huge success and cover the entire potential player base. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on.
God, whose
Oh,
whose schlong are you on?
Oh my
buddy,
God.
like it makes me want
He's
to
like on his own nuts.
He wants me to make he makes me want to do this noise.
What an
Oh my
ass.
God.
I love that guy. Thank God in heaven for people like this
I know,
though, because they
dude.
add some nice flavor to our lives.
I know, unless they're I mean, if they're a kid, I can understand them because they're trying to be smarter. They're trying to pretend, put
I've
on
done
a show
this
like they're
before.
more intellectual, whatever. But if you're over the age of like 21 or something, don't do write-ups like that because you're laughed at, scoffed at.
All right, let's see. This is like Christmas.
We wish
All right.
you a Merry Christmas.
I wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry
Christmas and a
Happy Darkfall. Okay, so here we go. Overall, I'm having fun as I learn this game. This is no easy hit A and go get a Coke or something. You do this even with those Goblin Scouts, you are dead big time. That's appealing. Paul, don't say it's not. Okay, look. See, the last thing I want to do is blast Warhammer. Had fun. Wow, fun game. But I'm just ready for new. I'm ready for an interactive, immersive MMO FPS where skill makes a difference. Like right now, Paul.
Yes.
Ronnie, my little boy. He's
baby boy.
3, fresh.
He's ready to rock and roll.
He can play Warhammer. He's not great at
And
it, but he can play.
diapers.
I want to play a game where a 3-year-old's not going to beat my ass.
Okay, and this goes back. This goes back to one of the wonderful things about Age of Conan. You had successive button clicks to reach a goal of a better move.